Talking about all of this gets me even more excited than I already was for school to start, if that's even possible. The sliding into the year back to school tag, but it's super fun. So hey, better late than never, right? This tag was started by Ashlee from Coffee and Firsties and Kayley from Kayley Nikkole. And if you have not already checked out their channels, I'm linking them down below along with a whole ton of other videos that are part of this tag to help you get excited for back to school, to maybe give you some advice if you need some advice. I'm always looking for advice, and maybe inspiration, ideas, that sort of thing. So let's get started. There are some different questions that they wrote, and I will go through them one at a time, and I will try not to be too long-winded, which is kind of a tall order for me, but I'll do what I can, okay? Okay, question number 1. What fun things did you do over the summer? Well, I am a mom of 2, and my husband is also a teacher, so we were all home together most of the summer, and we live in San Diego, so we did a bunch of beach days, we did quite a few picnics, we made a lot of s'mores, just like fun little stuff. My kids are 2 and 5, and so we did swimming, but nothing too crazy because neither of them can swim on their own yet. Yeah, I tried to stay cool. It is getting hot here, so summer's almost over. My husband goes back to school next week, and I go back a couple weeks after that, but I have a little bit more time with my babies, so I'm gonna soak it in as much as I can. What grade will you teach and where? I already said I'm in San Diego, and this next year I will be teaching all 10th grade high school English language arts, and I am super excited about it. Number 3, how many students are you expecting this year? Well, I will be teaching on a 4x4, which is the quarter system, which means I will have 3 sections. I'll have 3 classes, and then I will also have a prep period. Each of my 3 classes, I am guessing, will be around the 35 to 37 student range. It might be a little bit lower. I might be pleasantly surprised. I have taught classes of like 45 to 50, but that was when I was teaching theater arts. So English is definitely lower. The smallest class I've ever taught though was 19 kids, and that was during class size reduction, and it was the most beautiful thing. I got to know those kids so well, and I lament that year a little bit. Anyways, I told you I was long-winded. Number 4. Next question. When can you get back in your classroom? Okay, so I have the best admin ever, and I went in the Monday after graduation. One of the administrative assistants gave me my keys because she's the best in the world, and my principal even walked by while I was starting to, and one of our APs walked by while I was starting to like move the entire contents of my garage into my new classroom, and he's like, "What are you doing? It's summer." And I was like, "I know, I'm back." So I've been going back a little bit here and there throughout the whole entire summer, and it has taken so much stress out of setting up my classroom. It's been the best thing ever. This is the first year that I can say that I'm not stressed out about my classroom setup, and it's because I've been doing it since mid-June. So for those of you who are watching this like, "Oh, that's great, I'm super happy for you, Marie. I can't get my classroom like opened. I can't get access to my classroom for another like 2 weeks, and that'll be 2 days before school starts." I feel you. I'm just really lucky this year. Sorry. Next question. What is your classroom theme this year? So high school classrooms, it's so funny. You're kind of hard pressed to find a high school teacher that themes their room who, I don't know, it's just kind of hard to do. But that doesn't mean that I don't do it. I've totally always themed my classrooms, but I've never done like one cohesive theme throughout the whole entire room. I always kind of have like little areas. From now on, because I love it so much, the way that this has turned out, my classroom is going to be one theme, and my theme right now is like a whole coffee shop, and it looks like a coffee shop when you walk in. I know, hard to believe. I call myself the Caffeinated Classroom, so obviously I have a coffee shop, and it's kind of amazing. And my classroom's going to have a Keurig. So, like, could life be any better? I don't think so. Next question. What are your classroom rules? I mean, basically, with my high schoolers, the way that I lay out the rules are, I give them 3 expectations, and all of them begin with respect. The first one is respect for each other, that they are respectful towards each other. That is in what they say, in what they do, in how they behave, in just how they are, just knowing that there are other human beings in the room, and that's respecting me as well. The second respect is for this place, for our room. Please do not abuse the nice room that I have set up, and I want kids to be comfortable there and not to take advantage. So like, clean up after yourself, please don't tag stuff, you know, that kind of thing, and just respect the space that you're in. And the last one is be respectful of themselves. And to be respectful of themselves means to be respectful of themselves as a learner, like that they are prepared, that they're respecting their own time that they're spending. They have to be in class, so they may as well get something out of it. Respecting themselves in the way that they approach other people, the way that they put themselves out there, that they're not just being however for whatever reason, but just respecting the image of themselves that they are putting out to people, and making sure that it is something that they want to reflect back on them. So those are the three things that are like my rules or my expectations, really, and it kind of like is pretty global. The next question is, have you created or bought anything for your room this year? I have. I had a lot of stuff that was in storage when I left the classroom to be on special assignment, and then I have bought not too much stuff, but I bought like little decorative things here and there just to like warm up and make my space feel pretty cozy. Most of the furniture was either donated or something that we had from like our old house, because we moved a couple years ago too. So I kept a bunch of stuff. I have a couch from like my very first apartment ever that I have had for a very long time. So I put a cover on it because ew. But fun crafts that I made are like hanging signs around each of the different areas of the room, and I like named them different fun literary things. Yeah, I've just been doing like little things here and there. A lot of the crafts have been signage, which I like love because I used book pages for the backgrounds. It's just really fun. Does your school host back to school night? What does it look like? Yes, we do host a back to school night, and high school back to school night is pretty different than elementary back to school night, because the parents go through their child's bell schedule, and so we have like designated like 10 or 15 minute periods, and so all the parents will arrive, and like incoming like new parents or freshman parents will go to a whole little like spiel in the gym that our admin puts on, and then they're like released, and they have a passing period, and like they do the bell in the hall, or like over the speaker there's the bells and everything, and they go from room to room to room. You kind of do your little dog and pony, like, hi, this is who I am, this is what your kid's gonna learn, blah blah blah. You try to collect emails and that kind of thing, and then the bell rings, there's a passing period, they go to the next period. I like the way that it works out, because the bells, how do I put this? The bells make people leave. They make them go to the next room. Otherwise, and we've all experienced it, those of you who've been teaching for a while, sometimes you'll just get a talker, and they'll literally like corner you against your desk, and you're like, I need to go home and eat dinner. Bye-bye. Email me. It's 6 o'clock at night and I've been teaching your kid all day long. But I like the bells because then it's like a cue to be like, and we're done now. I only have a couple more questions, guys. What is your goal this year? I think my goal this year is to create the curriculum that I always wanted to create. When I first started teaching, just like so many of us and so many of you who I'm sure are experiencing this right now, I had all these great ideas, I had all this inspiration, and I had all this energy, but I had no real focus, and I didn't have the experience with which to like put it all into place and like create the class that I wanted and become the teacher that I wanted to be. And I feel like I'm finally hitting my stride in that way, and it takes a long time. I'm going into year 12. I've been the teacher that I wanted to be, but like I feel like I have the organization now. I've been a mom for a while, and for me, being a mom changed a lot of my outlook. The way that I look at my students, I've never had as much compassion or patience for them as I do now that I have a son going into kindergarten. Like, it just changes things for me. So I'd say my goal this year is to see through a lot of the vision that I have for this English class. I'm really excited. I've got these cool book clubs planned. I've got this cool like growth mindset goal planning project that will turn into like a Genius Hour passion project. I have a lot of cool things planned, and so my goal is to actually do them. You know, best laid plans. And then the very last one, what is your must-have for the first day of school? A lot of water, truly. As you can tell, I'm a talker, and if you've been watching my channel for a minute, I talk a lot. I talk fast, and just to keep myself going. So like the thing that I like to do is just to go and get like the giant bottles of water, and then I have like my water cup or like a jar or whatever, and I just keep refilling all day long. And during break, I'll like go visit the nurse's office and like fill up with some ice out of the ice machine. I'll head back over to my classroom. I just try to stay hydrated, because that will be the thing that breaks me on the first day of school. Yeah. So, not that I want to be away from my own babies. That's going to be really hard, but I'm excited to get back to work and to be doing the stuff that I feel like I was made to do. Brought to this earth to educate the children on reading and writing and things. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and click the like button if you like this video. Subscribe. Please comment down below. Write me any questions. If you have any video requests, let me know in the comments. It might take me a few days to answer comments because of said munchkins that I have at home, but I will get back. I do read them all, I promise. And if you've not already done so, start clicking through those links of the other videos. There's some great stuff in there, and if nothing else, it'll just get you excited to go back to school. Some years you need that extra little to get excited to go back to work. Sometimes the couple months off is a little bit too nice. You know what I mean? Anyways, thanks you guys for stopping by the Caffeinated Classroom, and I will see you next time. Bye!